Hello everyone, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers International Society, the Emperor's Challenge. I'm very excited to get back into it. Shall we do so? Let's check out the Emperor's Challenge for today, and I don't believe the weekly one has changed yet. No. So this weekly one I've already done, Devious Champion and Discovery Spotter. If you missed that one, it is run number 7, I believe, on the channel. I have since done run number 8, which was the daily challenge, and this will be number 9, which is also a daily challenge. Discovery Spotter and Research Collector. Okay, so that's interesting. Basically, you can just stack scientists, I guess. Get as much discovery and research as you can. All right, I could see that going very, very well. This actually may be a very easy one in theory, although I say that, and I may die horribly. But yeah, okay. Who do we want then? So we're going to want... Let's thinking here. We're going to want a naturalist. We're going to want a archaeologist, probably. We're going to want to be able to succeed at essentially every nature challenge. Now, one thing that nature challenges require that is not, at least to me, was not obvious, is athletes. Athletes are essential for nature challenges, which is interesting. So survivalist, naturalist, athlete, and possibly an archaeologist. The archaeologist is there not so much to get discovery, because they won't, but just because it's another scientist, and it's something that a lot of scientists have. But I think the focus is going to be survivalist, naturalist, and athlete. Do we have any athletes that are also survivalists or naturalists? There's an archaeologist. Yeah, that's right, Ivan. That's right, Ivan is a naturalist. So that may be the easy way to go. Of course, that does mean we have to kind of go aggressive or friendly. I say friendly because Ivan can take the vow of peace, which makes him an excellent friendly character if we mouse over it here. Ivan vows not to use violence anymore and to put more effort into being an Orthodox missionary. The crew doesn't know how they feel about this. Ivan loses 50% attack, but gains half of his armor as speech. Ivan's try to excite hit chance increases to 100%, and he gets a bonus of 1 encounter every time you resolve an encounter as friendly. The half his armor is speech, and try to excite increases to 100%, which basically makes it excite. It's very, very strong. Yeah, Ivan will always have a decent amount of armor. He starts with 33 armor, which means you can easily get that to 40 or 50 without even trying, and with one of the new trinkets, you can probably get it up to 80 or even to 100, and that ends up being a lot of extra speech, which is good because the speech starts very, very low, only 15. The problem is that most scientists are not friendly, so as much as I'd like to eventually do a friendly Ivan run just because it's very interesting, the vast majority of scientists are aggressive or devious. Now, there are a couple here. Amelia claims she can be played friendly. I've never had much luck at it. Tranquility is decent. Agatha can be friendly with Inspiring Course, but she gets it rather late, which is unfortunate. But she's also an archaeologist tactician, so we probably don't want her for this one anyway. Okay, let's see. Let's pretend we're going to take Ivan. I'm not saying we're going to. Let's pretend we're going to. If we did, that's our athlete and our naturalist taken care of. I would love to take Anna, because not only is Anna a naturalist, she can teach naturalist talents to other people, which is more useful if you're doing a naturalist team challenge, which we're not. But Anna has some very good cards as well. But we'd still be missing our survivalist. We could take Bedrinho. Nope, sorry, not Bedrinho. Bedrino. I've learned my lesson, I promise. We can take Bedrino. Bedrino is a survivalist, and he is obviously amazing at friendly. And I haven't played with him for a while. I've been trying to stay away from him because he's one of my favorite characters. I don't want to overwhelm the channel, which just runs with Bedrino in it. Yeah, we could take him. What are other options for survivalists? Kiwi. Now, there are still a couple characters that I have never won with. We just did a run with Molly, so I shouldn't do her again. Whether we won or not, I just shouldn't do 2 runs in a row with the same character as the captain. We could run Kiwi as a captain. I have not won with Kiwi yet, and that could be interesting. Who else? The 4 new characters. But, none of them are going to be that useful for this particular challenge. Right? No, she's an engineer. Okay, so I could run Kiwi. What is Kiwi's captain perk? Oh, you're right. -2 supplies capacity, but +1 supply whenever you enter a nature challenge. Actually, that's brilliant for this run, because we will be going to every nature challenge we can get ourselves into. Kiwi is devious or friendly. Let's look at her skills. She gets Loudmouth relatively early, which is a devious AoE. And then she gets Flank and Shank. Why is she friendly? She has no friendly skills. Kiwi has 0 friendly skills. Why is she listed as going friendly? That makes no sense to me. Just try to excite, which isn't good. And nothing that increases her friendly ability. Why? Why? That makes no sense. Why are you friendly? You're not friendly. Okay, well, forget that. Okay, I do want to take Kiwi, but we're not gonna go friendly because that makes 0 sense with her skills. I wouldn't mind going devious. I haven't done that in a little bit. Maybe we should go devious. She's got an excellent AoE. Now, the problem with Loudmouth is it pulls aggro, and she's not real tanky. We may have to get her some defenses early. Okay, let's go with the assumption that we're going to take Kiwi. Could also do Earl, but he is a survivalist. I haven't won with Earl yet either. But his captain perk is not nearly as useful for this particular challenge. Yeah, let's go with Kiwi. Okay, don't want Hattis. We're gonna go devious. I think I've just decided that. So we still need a naturalist and we still need a athlete. Anna is an easy naturalist to use. That could be an option. Or Amelia. Amelia's good too. What is Amelia's? Yeah, Amelia's not good. This is again confusing. Devious. Her devious attack is try to enrage, which is not good, and she has no devious abilities. Why is she listed as going devious? Don't understand. And there may be something there I just don't get, but I don't understand it at all. +4 study per naturalist in your crew would be very, very nice. Does anyone else have that same card? Field research? There's often some overlap in cards, and sometimes you'll find people who have the same thing. And I would love to have field research. That seems great. Oh, Ivan has it. Interesting. Ivan does have devious abilities. He has Primal Roar. But he only has Try to Terrify. And his speech is really low. So we probably should not take Ivan. If they're the only two with field research, that kind of makes me sad. But that would be perfectly normal. Yeah, okay. So they're the only two with field research. But I'm reluctant to take Amelia because she's not good in devious. She's much better in friendly. She's really good in friendly. Just thinking about it real quick. Yeah, okay. We're not going to take that. We're not going to take Amelia. We can take Agatha. Archaeologist and Tactician doesn't help us out too much. No, that's not going to do much for us. Engineer and Rogue isn't that useful. Diplomat and Archaeologist is not that great. We're basically looking for... So we're looking for a Naturalist, and we're looking for an Athlete. So we could take any of the athletes. We don't need a secondary skill on them to be good, but we should take one we can that can be devious. And Jan Pete, I think that's correct. Jan Pete is not it. Bia can go devious, but she's not very good at it, and she's not an athlete. We keep talking about Ivan. He's not good at well, he's good. Ivan is very good. Don't get me wrong. He's just not good at being devious. Dolores is decent at devious. She starts with Terrify, which is great, and she gets Primal Roar relatively early. In fact, her first level, and she is an athlete. The only thing that's preventing me from wanting to take her is we just did a run with her. But unless we can find someone else who can be a good athlete, and none of these are going to be it. Hojo. But Hojo is not good at devious. Definitely not. Okay, well, maybe we'll go with Dolores. That's fine. So Kiwi is our survivalist, Dolores is our athlete, and we still need our naturalist. And I think that's going to have to be Anna, probably. She does get Strike of Fear, which is decent. She starts with the Terrify, which is good. And I don't think there are any other naturalists that are good at being devious. In my opinion, the game's opinion may differ, but in my opinion, I don't think there are any other naturalists that are great at it. Okay, well, it looks like this is our team then. An all-girl team again. It doesn't happen too often, but I think we've had... No, we were going to run an all-girl team, and then we changed our mind the last minute and didn't take one. Oh well, okay. So anyway, all-girl team here. What do we got for our cards? So Anna teaches her naturalist and engineer's perks to someone else. It's fine. It's not going to be huge for this run, but it's fine. +2 collect and +2 study for levels of engineer. We're not going to use that. We just aren't going to. And same for polymath. Renown is not our focus on Emperor's Challenge runs. Ultimate Athlete we probably will end up using. Extra study for levels of athlete, which will be nice for our research collector. We probably will play dodgeball at some point just for the free perk on everyone. And Scavenger will be very good. Choose level 4 Survivalist, which will be Kiwi, and gains +1 supply on every Survivalist spin. Very nice. That in addition to gaining extra supply every time we enter a nature challenge. Okay, this is our crew, and we are going to start with Classic, like always, and with the Celtic Code to try to get some early research. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. We took a little bit of time selecting our team there, but these are decisions that have to be made, you know. Now, I do know that Anna and Kiwi do not get along. I already know that going into it, so we may run into that problem at some point in this run. Kiwi is a free spirit, to put it lightly, and Anna loves things to be very, very orderly. The two of them do not mesh well. Alright, well, we got some supplies right off the bat, but we're not going to go there. You'll see we started with 5 supplies because of Kiwi's Captain perk, which at this point is a Captain deficit. We lose some supplies at the very beginning. Well, actually, we lose them for the entire game, but as you go into later expeditions, you have more options for gaining supplies by finding nature challenges. The crew hears the rambling of another person in the woods. Okay, who is this person? It's a university member. She is looking for antiquities of Celtic cultures and is willing to join our crew. She passed Anna's impromptu test, and she comes with us. Very nice. So we get some early study and some early campaign. And here's our first nature challenge. So this should give us a supply back. And there we go. You can see it went back up to 4. The crew is walking through the forest quietly when they hear the bushes rustle. All right. The crew sneaks up to see what's causing all that noise. A white stag. Okay. Well, this is an invaluable observation, but the stories to come from this will impress the renowned explorers. Dolores, who's getting hungry, wonders what the white stag would taste like, which Kiwi finds a little cruel. Let's keep exploring. Anna notices that the clovers here are different from the ones back in London, and will take some to research. Another nature challenge. Again, this is keeping up our supplies, so we gotta go to nature challenges whenever we see the chance. A natural phenomenon worth researching, but we have to approach it correctly, and Anna has a decent chance of doing so. 86% chance from being a naturalist, and failed anyway. Anna, you depressed me. Sadly, Anna was not fully sharp and failed to find anything interesting. That's really sad. Okay, what are campfires available? Alright, so we've got Lucky Gold, which we will not really want this run. We're not going to get a lot of collecting treasure hunt probably, so we'll go ahead and discard that. Ultimate Athlete we will hold on to. This will be excellent later, and I don't want to risk not having it. Professor Proskirikova is Anna trying to teach naturalist and engineer talents to someone else, or you can take Discovery, which is probably what we'll use it for. An easy way to finish our Discovery spotters. And Kiwi's Talented Scout. Kiwi gains +2 study, collect and +2 study whenever she succeeds on Survivalist, Quick Thinker, or Rogue spins, but her Rasha and Free Spirit become a point of conflict. I'm going to take Professor Proskirikova early to try to get those early Discovery. I think that is the right choice, but we will keep Talented Scout. Oh, pick a target crew member. Who do we want to teach this to? She is going to have an issue with teaching Kiwi anything. So I'm tempted to teach Dolores instead, who might be a little bit more amicable. But I'd rather have Kiwi get the extra perks. We're not gonna do that though. We're gonna get Discovery. Yeah, Dolores will probably take this better than Kiwi will. So let's teach Dolores, or try to. Anna thinks this is important for the crew to learn about natural sciences and engineering. After all, science is mankind's most important pursuit. Do we want to be nice and enthusiastic to Dolores, or be stern? Dolores, to me, seems like sort of a stern person. She is a wrestler. She's undoubtedly undergone quite a bit of training. And training and stuff like that tends to be very quick-paced, very focused, and not much room for niceties. So we're going to go with stern. Okay, geez, I'm on it. All right, maybe that wasn't the best, but... Dolores grows a bit scared of Anna. Alright, maybe that wasn't the best tactic, but, oh well. It helps, though, because Dolores has learned about either electromagnetics or a Discovery, and we're going to take the Discovery. This will help our quest. Together, Anna and Dolores managed to expand on an existing theory. It was a good day for science, and Anna will try to accomplish even more with Dolores. Hopefully, we didn't get too bad of a debuff from Dolores now being a little scared of Anna. No, 10% speech power. Actually, that's great. And there's our Discovery spotter. Very nice. Yeah, we got 10% speech power because wary of Anna. Please don't taser me. That's pretty funny. That's good because Dolores' speech was not that high, and that helps a little bit. Actually, no one's speech is real high. Kiwi is the highest here. Okay, let's move on. I'm tempted to go back up here and go through these supplies. But it's 0 supplies to move down here, so I have a hard time passing that up. Yeah. We do have a Mr. and Mrs. Devious quest, and we have a group of wolves who are being protective and territorial. This is a good time to practice our insults on our animal brethren. And we do get an extra token for solving this deviously as well. We have Mindbender, deal 35 speech damage to a single target at once. That's unlikely to happen because our highest level one is Kiwi and she's only 28. But maybe if we excite her first, which will give her plus 25% speech, maybe she'll have a shot at it. Let's see. 35? 29. No. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get Mindbender. That was our most powerful speech character, and she couldn't do it, so we will not be able to. Go. And one more wolf left, and we'll just finish him off this next turn after he gets a bite in on Anna. You know, maybe that'll make him feel better. Anna's probably tasty. Oh, cannot quite finish him off with Anna, so Anna will just stand there and look menacing. And Dolores will do the job. Nice the job. Nicely done, Dolores. Intimidate that wolf. He would not want to wrestle you. Turns out that very few people probably want to wrestle Dolores. She's fairly good at it, in my experience. The best way to beat such animals is by showing them who is boss. The wolves become intimidated, and they flee. The fleeing wolves are followed by crying pups. Okay, and Anna actually has leveled up despite not doing anything but being attacked to that turd. And we will give her Naturalist Classical Physics. Alright, this is probably our hidden hoard, and if it is, I would love a discovery token. It is, and we will take a discovery token. Shockingly. The crew finds ancient Celtic holy grounds. Okay. The site is very interesting. There are runes with rituals described to honor Ernuis, the horned god. We can try to perform the ritual. Dolores will not because she is superstitious, but Anna is willing. Anna is not superstitious. Now, if we fail here, we do lose a resolve, which I'm a little concerned about, but we got lucky. Anna has an idea on how the Celtic pantheon was structured and gains an interest in legends, so gains the archaeologist legends perk. Okay. More interested in the study there, but sure. Now we are down to 1 supply. I don't really care about 1 status, so I'm going to go this way. Just your luck. A pack of hungry wolves. Okay. We will insult them too. Okay, there's an extra counter token here for solving this aggressively. And we have a mission to get 2 opponents excited. So we're just all over the map here. We do have 2 characters with a excited attack. Unfortunately, Anna can't get in range right now, but that does mean we probably can finish the excited mission. If we don't miss too often. Okay, and we're in a bad state right now. I'm going to go ahead and hit this wolf, just to put us in an aggressive mood. That was an interesting attack, but it seemed to work. That gets rid of that debuff we had, and still leaves enough wolves here that we can get this emotion spreader next turn. I probably should have moved Anna a little closer, though. That was silly of me. She might not be in range for next turn either. She is not. Well, I feel silly, don't I? We'll go ahead and buff up Kiwi a little bit. Maybe she can take out a wolf with Try to Excite. Nope, that's alright. Okay, we'll just finish off this next turn by making the other wolf excited and then pummeling them both into unconsciousness. I think that's the civilized way to do it. Okay, try to excite this wolf. There we go. And then we should actually be able to finish them both off with Anna's new AoE that she just got. I don't use her AoE very often, so I'll take the opportunity while I have it. There we go. So we got our extra token for solving it aggressively, and we got our point for getting both two wolves excited. Alright, out of supplies, and Kiwi loses attack power. That's actually okay. Usually that wouldn't be okay. Most of the time when I play with Kiwi, I want her to be aggressive, but in this case, I'm okay with that. And we'll take Survivalist Tracking. And she gets Loudmouth, which is great. Good Devious AoE. And we definitely want Athlete Tenacious on Dolores. Okay, let's go to this nature challenge. That'll give us a supply back. You hear some rumbling in the bushes again. Kiwi's closer to inspect it, and it is the white stag. As soon as it spots you, it flees at top speed. But Kiwi might be able to track it down, because she has Survivalist Tracking. Very nice. Kiwi successfully tracked it down. The crew had more than enough time to make detailed observations. These notes will surely trigger more biological expeditions. Very nice, and they let it go free, of course, which is the correct thing to do. Alright, get some supplies here. A grove full of edible berries, vegetables, and clean water. 3 supplies for us. Go down here. The crew finds an overgrown rock formation with some rare herbs growing on it, but because Anna is obsessively curious, she wants to destroy the habitat to see what's in the rock. And they destroy the habitat and get nothing. Well, 1 collect. That's not very good. And yeah, I think we'll be able to finish off every node on this island. We'll just do this last one and then go to the end. The crew is minding its own business, walking around the forest and taking samples, when suddenly you hear multiple feet rushing towards you. Get off my land. A man followed by wolves is charging at you aggressively. Okay, let's see what our quest is for this combat. That will probably decide how we finish it off. Emotion spreader, and we do get some extra campaign if we solve this friendly. But we also have Mr. and Mrs. Aggressive. I think we'll pass on Mr. and Mrs. Aggressive probably and try for the friendly with emotion spreader. Now, emotion spreader is going to be difficult because we only have one character that can spread confident emotion, and that is Dolores. But we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Okay. And you know what? Let's just get rid of this guy for now. I'm worried about leaving so many alive for one turn. He technically stayed confident, but he's dead now, so that goes off the tracker. And Anna is not strong enough to take very many hits. I'm definitely worried about this. Let's just attack this wolf. Maybe finish him off next turn with confident. Although then he'll disappear, which I'm a little worried about. I don't think we're going to be able to get an emotion spreader. This is going to be too difficult, and I'm risking losing a resolve. And I don't think that's worth it. To be very, 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 very simple, I don't think that's worth it. Let's just finish off this combat effectively. With Loudmouth. Look at that damage. 50% speech plus 100% because it has an increase of 25% speech per surrounding enemy. This is the equivalent of Padrino's Party Time without the teleporting part. What it gets instead is it gives Kiwi 30 grit and aggro for one turn. So it's interesting. Great move, though. Alright, we're just going to finish off these guys. I'm not going to worry about the quests. I do not want to lose resolve here. Let's see if Dolores can finish this guy off. Well, with an auto attack, sure, let's do it. I say auto attack. That's not the correct terminology at all for this kind of game. Oh well, an aggressive attack. Let's put it that way. We did get aggressive. Yeah, we did get one on Mr. and Mrs. Aggressive. If we can finish the last combat on this island aggressively, we will get a couple points there. The Druidic Circle must be somewhere around here. Let's go. And we find it, the Standing Stone Circle. The ruined mainman here must contain valuable information to study. But Rivalo is here. Who is he going to send at us? Let's see. Cassandra. Okay. Cassandra is a friendly attacker. She is not happy if you are aggressive. She's okay if you are devious. But she really, really doesn't like it if you attack her. See here, Cassandra thinks you're a brute. We do have Mood Switcher, which is unlikely to happen. We can come over here and use Loudmouth right away and just take out 3 mooks. So I think we'll just do that. That seems straightforward enough. And let's see if Dolores can finish off this last one. Yeah, she can in multiple ways. I guess we could try to get Mood Switcher. So we'll throw an attack here. That will give us 2 trackers toward being aggressive. And then we can bring Anna up and use her AoE to get the last tracker here. The last pip. There we go. So now we switched mood twice. Okay, that wasn't much damage. I'm pretty happy with that. Anna will take a couple attacks, not too bad. We can bring Kiwi over here. Take out this guy with a devious move. Okay, that's 2 pips for devious. And we can use a devious move on Cassandra to get back into devious. That's going to give us a small debuff, but at this point, with only Cassandra and 1 mook around, I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. That may just be foolish of me. So we only need 1 more switch of the mood. And if we then ended aggressive, we probably could get the Mr. and Mrs. Aggressive as well for 3 more points, with the downside of Cassandra being upset at us. But that's probably okay. Switch back to aggressive there. That should be all of the switches we needed after one more attack. Move Dolores over on this side so the Kiwi can get into range. There we go, back into aggressive. There's our mood switcher point. And we'll bring Kiwi over to see if she can finish off Cassandra this turn. Nope. She could if she enraged her. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just end the combat. Let's not risk losing a resolve. Oh, close. Didn't quite manage it, actually. Right now, we're still on track to get an aggressive victory because we're spending turns in aggressive, which is fine, regardless of how we finish off Cassandra. But we'll just hit her. Dolores will do it. This will make her very upset, but we did get 3 extra points out of doing it, so maybe worth? It didn't cost us a resolve, which I'm pretty happy about. Barbarian, how dare you attack during a civilized conversation? People like you are the reason the gods left us. I hope your bloody ways lead you to ruin. Alright. But a hooded figure appears on the scene. Amazing! I saw how you had handled that encounter just now. Your strength showed in that fierce battle. I'm honored that someone like you is looking for our history. What dream do you chase? We want to make a contribution to the sciences. That is our dream for this run. And we would love to get the Sea Sapphire. 75% chance. That's what we want. The Baryonyx Claw would be okay as well. Sea Sapphire, good. +1 study at the end of each expedition for each level of Naturalist or Archaeologist, and we are definitely going to take for each level of Naturalist. Now, this buff would get even better if we used Anna's teaching to actually teach Dolores Naturalist traits. But because we are on Discovery Spotter, we will instead use it for Discovery. That's just a better choice. And that just means we'll lose a couple study extra over the course of the expedition, but still, this will be worth approximately 20 to 30 study over the 5 expeditions, and that's a great thing. All right, time to meet the Emperor. All right, this expedition hasn't concluded. We did manage to visit every node, which is great. Always like doing that on the first run, and we should get plenty of study to fill out a nice tech tree right at the start. We will get 3 extra study right now because we have a level 3 Naturalist in Anna. And there's all our study tokens going. Aren't going to quite get enough to finish the first level Research Collector, but I bet when we spend some insight we will. Yeah, we needed 200 and we only got 173. Okay, we will politely decline the ceremony, but we will grab our badge to get 2 extra supplies. Definitely want that. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching. This has been a decent start. We'll see how it goes. If you like the video, please put a like on it. It really helps. And subscribe, of course, if you want to see more like this in the future on this channel. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.